Okay, good evening, kiddies. Art of Freedom here. Time for some Doctor News. News from in and around the universe that may or may not touch you in a deep, weird, timey-wimey way that you will only write down in your diary under felicitous chapters. Okay, yeah, of course, once again, here we are. We're in the middle of the dry spell because, as y'all know, there's been no filming reported, and we're over halfway through January. Matter of fact, a lot of you have been noticing that I'm not putting up daily videos, and that's because I've been taking a little time to relax and enjoy the new year. B, because there's nothing to report. I'm not kidding. I don't like doing like reviews of reviews. I don't like doing speculation, and I really, don't like doing rumor unless I can hear it. If I hear it from like 5 or 6 different legible places, then I'll say, okay, I got to give this a little bit of, consideration because it could be true. And that's why I did the video about the April thing, because I was hearing that from like 5 different places. And these people did not know or talk to each other. And they're all hearing the exact same thing coming out of Rothlon. Now, all right, here it comes. Let's just hit it. This has been popping up. We're redecorating Series X world announcement. Now, one thing is right out of place right here. Anybody see it yet? Do I have to make it that more obvious? They have never used Roman numerals to indicate a season number. Never. So right there, and also you can tell that this is obviously, that's the problem with today's modern technology, or let's say technology makes things a lot easier, that this is likely Photoshop. Then this apparently turned up under someone called Anonymous, and this was passed to be my Minnesota GALLIFREY. And check this out. Was passed this by a friend of mine. Thought I'd post it here because it's pretty cool. Doctor Who is to undergo a rebrand next year for Series X, which films this year and is due to air next March. Their plans for the future are going to be revealed to the world on February 2nd. The announcement will include confirmation on the new companion, new sleek minimalist logo, photos of a new TARDIS set under construction, confirmation on a new episode format, 10-hour-long episodes, and of course, there will be special issue Peter Capaldi Underoos. Bullshit! I'm sorry, come on, really? 10-hour-long episodes. Ho, 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 ho. And they're not going to air till March of next year. Series X. Once again, I don't buy it for a moment. Until I start hearing this from a legitimate news source, I am not going to go, there's no, Doctor 2016. I'm not going to do that yet, okay? So get off that little bandwagon right there for one. And as it's right there in front of your faces, they have never used Roman numerals to refer to a series number ever. And also, do you think the BBC, which is looking, especially, well, most of the things facing a budget cut, now do you think they're going to go out and build a whole new freaking TARDIS set just like, how many couple of years ago? They hadn't even had this one that long. It's like, well, then again, they didn't have the romper room TARDIS for very long, but still, I don't want to see another one. I like this particular TARDIS set. It represents both the future, a whole new innovative look, but at the same time, it flashes back to the old series. But once again, come on, really? Let's just have a little flashback. Let's hop into forget the TARDIS. Let's have Mr. Peabody crank up the Wayback Machine, and let's go back to November of this past year. See, now this was also, if you all remember the interview thing, here we go. We're making a full series. I can confirm that, said Moffat. I'm making a full series of 12 episodes plus a Christmas special. I don't know when it goes out. That's up to someone else. And even if I did know, which I genuinely don't, I wouldn't be allowed to say so, as I absolutely have no say in it whatsoever. But it's not being reduced in size. We're not making fewer episodes. That's all complete bunk. I can confirm that absolutely. And once again, this all started with the private eye thing. But what I think is, you also notice how he keeps saying, I don't know how many of them are going to go out and when. And also we add on to this with Capaldi himself during the one interview saying, that's not what I've been told, and that's what I'm not contracted for. So please, I don't know who's coming up with this crap, but this happens every year. Every year it's, oh my God, Dr. Freedom, I heard that the TV show is being canceled because Capaldi has some kind of strange, weird disease and he's going to fall over dead in 15 minutes. Oh, we got to replace him. Oh, he's got to go. The doctor's regenerating midway through this series. Vey. Oh, but it happens every year. Okay. It just does. It's just Doctor Who. So once again, keep your head screwed on. Don't go nuts. Don't go ape crap. And keep yourselves regular. Eat a little fiber every now and then. Maybe a muffin. But okay, let's get into the rest of today's articles. Let's take a look. Because I only have a few. Because once again, that's why I haven't been doing any videos. There's nothing really worth reporting. Now, this was amazing. You've all heard of the Rotten Tomatoes site. And you know how fickle they are. Doctor Who Series 9 was voted the best reviewed TV sci-fi fantasy horror series of 2015 on this site. And that's a very, very big achievement, especially when you know how fickle Rotten Tomatoes is or are or whatever they are. Okay. Now, the annual Golden Tomato Awards are awarded to the series with the highest ratings based on reviews that are submitted to the site. The 2015 series scored an average rating of 4.5 out of 5 and received a remarkable 100% positive ratings from the approved critics. Now, the series beat Game of Thrones Season 5, which came in second, and Marvel's Daredevil came in third, and Ash vs. the Evil Dead and Hannibal tied for fourth and I thought they tied for fourth. No, fourth and fifth, respectively. Now, also, Doctor Who Series 9 was also voted as fourth in Best Returning TV Shows category. So, well, it was fourth, but still, Fargo Season 2. What the hell's Fargo? I don't know. I never got into it. Okay, now, once again, that is an incredible achievement. All right, moving on. Comic preview, Titan Comics 9th Doctor, Doctormania. If you want to go check this out, here's a preview of the cover. Here's a little summary of it, blah, blah, blah. Here we go. Like I said, I'm going to cut this one kind of short. Okay, this is a nifty little thing about the site that was used for the Torchwood Estate way back in Series 2 and, Tooth and Claw. And it's got a lot of nifty stuff in it about the estate and whatnot. It's now a visitor attraction, but the history is detailed on its website, and it'll mean more to Doctor Who fans than most. So please go read this. There's some really nifty stuff in here if you're into that. All right, Peter Capaldi wants the Doctor to appear in BBC. Oh, great. The whole Native American nation just went Dr. Freedom, you bastard. All right, but okay, so basically he wants to appear in class, but he's already said, I'm sure that might be fun, yes, but nobody has asked me yet. And he goes, be honest, I haven't seen any of the scripts, but yes, obviously as a spinoff, it'd be nice if the Doctor did show up from time to time. So if you want to read else, they got a little input there from the Moffat. It's not a huge article. All right, moving on. Has Steven Moffat hinted again that the Doctor is half human? Oh my God, no, not that again. Well, okay, what I liked what he did, and this was back, of course, at the end of this past series, was he implied it. He didn't say it was true. He didn't say it was false. He left it up to the individual to decide, yeah, he is. No, he ain't. He'd be too much like that Spock guy over on that weird Star Trek show. But I've heard all kinds of arguments for and against. I'd like to believe that he is. It would explain a whole lot about his character, a whole lot about his flaws, and may even toss in there about the real reason why he ran like hell. All right. Okay, now this just literally popped up a couple minutes ago, so forgive me if I'm a bit vague on this one. All right, Titans April 2016 Doctor Who solicitations include a double dose of the 11th Doctor. Okay, earlier this week, we debuted info on the Titans comics brand new Doctor Who, the 9th Doctor series, written by Kevin Scott and blah, blah, blah. And of course, that fades back to here. They now have an exclusive reveal of Titans Complete Doctor Who April 2016 lineup, including new issues of the 4th, 10th, 11th, and 12th Doctor's adventures, as well as the new collected editions. Check out all the covers and synopses below. So here you go. For you comic book guys who are into this kind of stuff, because I'm not a comic book guy. Everything I know about comic book characters came out of animated series, okay? That's just how I am. All right. If you're interested in this kind of stuff, it's all right here for you. And of course, as usual, all stuff is going to be linked in the comment box. Now, before I go, I just want to say one thing. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. The rumor machine has started again. Chicken Little is gone rampant. He's on crystal meth and he's running screaming to the countryside. Not only is the sky falling, but his socks are turning into serpents that are going to plot to kill him. It's gone nuts. But keep your heads on tight. And I really, also this whole thing about this announcement on February 2nd. How many times have we heard that there's going to be a special announcement at midnight on next week? Yeah, that's what I heard. We've been through that 1,000 times. So once again, keep your heads on straight. And as I always say, don't believe unless you hear it from the beeb. Good night, folks.